Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. Thanks for joining me. Bringing you some crazy ghetto ratchet news out of the state of Indiana. This is a late story from my friend Elaine. Thank you, Elaine, for this story today. It was uploaded on April 30th. Lord have mercy. Pray for us. Please pray for us because I'm about to reveal a very wicked and whack story to you. Man shoots mail carrier because he was upset over stimulus check, Indiana officials say. A U.S. postal carrier is dead after reportedly being shot by a man on her route following disagreements about withheld mail, including stimulus checks and an aggressive dog, according to multiple media outlets. The president of the local mail carriers union in Indianapolis says Angela Summers was shot after a person inside a home she delivers mail to had not received their stimulus check, according to WXIN. Tony Cushenberry, 21, was charged Wednesday with second-degree murder, assaulting a federal employee and discharging a firearm during a crime, according to court documents filed Wednesday, the Indianapolis Star reported. Anyone who threatens, assaults, or otherwise harms a postal employee fulfilling her critical mission will be apprehended and held fully accountable, Detroit Division Acting Inspector in charge Felicia George said in news release. Summers, 45, was shot while delivering mail Monday afternoon in Indianapolis, according to the Indianapolis Star. During the confrontation, Summers sprayed Cushenberry with mace before he shot her, the Star reported. A neighbor told the Star he heard angry words and then the pop of gunfire. She died at a local hospital, the Federal Postal Inspection Service said. She couldn't speak. She was hyperventilating, Alondra Salazar told the Star. I think she said something about her kid, and that's when I started crying. Summers, the mother of a teenage daughter, outlined in a Facebook post last week that a family on her route threatened her and demanded their mail. Summers said their mail was being withheld because of an aggressive dog at the residence. The dog is a nasty devil that I've actually had to spray twice, Summers wrote in a Facebook post 2 days before the shooting. She added that mail at the residence, which included 2 stimulus checks, was halted until they signed a letter about keeping their dog away while she making her deliveries. The local Indianapolis Union of the National Association of the Letter Carriers wrote in a Facebook post that Summers was shot by a customer who was upset over his mail being held at the post office for a dog issue. Paul Toms, the president of the union, confirmed to WXIM the details about the stimulus checks being held. I want something like this to never happen again, he said. Neither the post office, Postal Service, or Postal Inspection Service have confirmed details of the fatal shooting. In a statement to RTV6, the USPS offered their thoughts and sympathies to the friends and families of Summers, who was employed by the Postal Service since 2018. Summers was a board member for her church, WXIN reported. A friend said Summers loved the people on her route. She worried about the older people on her route during this time, Melissa Hardy told WXIN. She always carried treats, and she would give the dog treats on her route. The National Association of Letter Carriers said in a statement Summers had her whole life ahead of her. She was dedicated to her customers as a letter carrier, to her co-workers as a union representative, the union stated. She served them both well. The senseless nature of her death breaks our hearts. That is the sad information out of Indianapolis. A tragic story. And Lord have mercy, where do I go with this? Okay, this was up. If you need verification for the storyline, the Kansas City Star is the source. So a woman mail carrier was gunned down, Angela Summers. My condolences to you, your family and friends, because this is tragic. So this issue really was about a dog, more or less. Not the mail, not the checks. It's not the issue. The issue is the dog, a dog she sprayed 2 times. Obviously, she obviously felt threatened by this animal. And this Tony Cushenberry, 21, who obviously lives at this address or gets mail at this address, was upset because he didn't get mail. 21 years of age, charged with second-degree murder, assaulting a federal employee, and discharging a firearm during a crime. And all this, Miss Summers, 45, lost her life trying to deliver mail on that fateful Monday. And she did spray Mr. Cushenberry with mace before he shot her dead. So you see, Mr. Cushenberry, you are now incarcerated in jail, and you're not getting a damn stimulus check ever. How about that? How about that? Your mama, or whoever you can stay with, can cash your little dusty check and perhaps put it down, a down payment on you an attorney. And either way, whether you get an attorney by pay or by the state, a public defender, you're still filing rank, and you're going to go to jail for a while for killing that lady. And the proper thing for you to do was to comply with the said information pertaining to the dog. All you all had to do was keep the dog put up while the lady delivered the mail. You know the timeline. The lady comes to deliver the mail, or an alternate mail carrier delivers the mail. Keep your stinking dog tied up so you can get your raggedy mail. How about that? And let's send that message out to all those of you who have dogs, and dogs who have been deemed vicious, or just dogs in general. Let the mail carrier do their job and come bring you your mail. And then you can let your little puppy, Rottweiler, Doberman, Pit Bull, Bulldog, whichsoever, German Shepherd, whatever it is. Vicious, non-vicious, however you deem it, don't deem it. Let your dog loose after mail carrying hours. It's not that hard, and it's nothing to fret over, because that person has a job to do. They work for the federal government, and they are entitled to do their work in peace without being obstructed by a human or an animal. And these people were ghetto, fabulous, and ignorant by not putting the dog up, and all they had to do was comply and sign a statement to say, yes, we will have the dog tied up when you deliver the mail during mail business hours. How hard was that to do? You could have got your little funky stimulus check, you, your mammy, whomever, and she'd be alive, and you'd have your little $1,200. But no, you had to get jiggy and shoot the lady when the check is at the mailbox, at the postal service. Did y'all hear that? So you killed her for no reason. She didn't have your check in her pocket. She didn't have it in her pocketbook. She didn't even have it in the mail truck. Her superiors held the check because of your raggedy dog that she deemed vicious, whichsoever. And all you had to do was go down to the postal service and go get your check and sign the little statement saying you would keep your dog tied up during business hours. Now, how hard is that? Now, some of you who are dog owners, cat owners, whichsoever, tiger owners, yeah, I'm going there. I'm being ignorant today. We'll argue, some of you, because some of you love to get jiggy and argue with the queen about the most mundane and idiotic situations. It's my yard, it's my this, it's my that. Well, maybe. You may be the homeowner. You may own the deed. You may be renting, whichsoever, but the point is, if you want your mail and your animal has had a problem, altercation with the said carriers, the decent thing would be to put your dog up, your tiger, and continue getting your mail. How hard is that? This lady lost her life over something stupid and ignorant as keeping a dog tied up or put in the house. And that's not that hard to do. And she left behind a child, a teenager, so now a child is without a parent. And who's to say that child, that mother was the only caregiver of that child? Now somebody has to take care of this child because somebody ignorant, somebody who's only a few years older than the child, gunned her down over some stupid mail and a stimulus check that all they had to do was go get the check from the postal office and sign the paper saying, I'll keep my dog tied up. Stupid and ignorant. Once again, condolences and prayers to the family of Miss Angela Summers and to her daughter, who is now without a mother. So, homeboy, you gave up your freedom for $1,200. If that. No words. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Thanks for joining me. Everyday shenanigans, glove up, mask up. Put those said items in the appropriate receptacles. God bless America. Pray for the ignorant and the stupid people out here who don't have any regard for other people, who are selfish and self-absorbed and only care about themselves and think of themselves. People who don't have no control over their actions, their tongues. Just pray for them, because this is ridiculous what people are doing out here. Just idiotic things to end their own lives, other people's lives, over things that they can resolve civilly, at least attempt to. God bless America. You all stay safe out there. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.